All right.
Wait, hold on.
Welcome back to FSI Preview Show. I am your host, G, and my co-host, Big Lou. Let's break down UFC ABC 2, Marvin Vettori versus Kevin Holland. So we've been off for a week, and it's like,
It feels like a year.
Yeah, it's been a while, like, a week of no UFC fight, but thank God we had some Bellator coming through, and we could see some of that. But
yeah, Mighty and one championship, Mighty Mouse getting knocked out.
Yeah, and then Alvarez getting the DQ.
Yeah, that was kind of hard right there to watch.
Yeah, Alvarez really broke down. There was a story online, that it pretty much looked like he wanted to retire after that.
Yeah, I mean, he's towards the end of his rope and his career. So yeah, he took that real hard.
Yeah, it's sad, but West Coast are crazy with that knee. Like in one championship, the down opponent knee to the face is not illegal.
Wow, man, that's a scary thing. That's why it's banned in the United States. Guys can't they can't get up. And I mean, perfect example is Aljamain Sterling. He put on a good show, and a lot of people saying that he won the Academy Award for that knee to the head.
Well, Sterling put something on Twitter or something that the guy Alvarez fought actually took his award from him because he did a better act than he did.
Listen, Peter Yan and Aljamain Sterling are still going at it on Twitter. They're going back and forth. They're gonna have to run that fight back. I can't wait for that one.
Well, I also saw online that Aljamain denied giving him the fight.
Oh well, listen, it's gonna come to a point. It's got to happen. It's not. It's whether it's not what you're gonna deny. It's what the matchmakers want.
Yep. So let's see what happens. Hopefully, we get that in the future.
Yep.
So yeah, we had a 15 fight card. You got one fight that dropped out maybe a couple of days ago, and then you have a women's bout that just dropped off because of
couldn't make the weight.
Yeah, they didn't make the weight. She was over 3.5 pounds, and this is the second time that she misses weight. So
yeah, I mean, she's got to get with her team, and they got to figure something out because this can't keep happening, man.
Yeah, well,
this is definitely a no.
Yeah, she just got to get herself back on track or whatever the case, and stuff like this. Like, I don't know, especially after 2 back-to-back. Like, if I was UFC, I have in my mind, I guess it's time for a cut if she can't do her job, because cutting weight is part of her job.
Well, I mean, look, in the last couple of weeks, well, actually, in the last 3-4 weeks, I mean, we're having illegal knees thrown. We're having, illegal, poke to the eye. They want to call it accidental, which it was to me. But we have that. Then we have, another knee to the head again, and I mean, just all these, and then people can't make the weight cut. All these things are just coming into. These guys are professional. Like I said last time, these guys are professional athletes. They got to, when you come to a fight, man, you got to be ready. You got to make weight first of all. All right, you definitely got to make weight, and you definitely got to know what's against, what's illegal blows. So I don't know that it's in the last. I don't know if 2021 everybody's anxious to fight, but we'll wait to see. It's been a crazy ride so far.
Yeah. Yep, crazy. So, yep. And it's just the beginning, first 4 months.
Yeah,
we got We got a whole bunch of other crazy fights coming through, with McGregor and all this other stuff.
Yeah, I'm excited to find out about. I know that John Jones and then that the Ngannou fight may not happen because Lewis stepped up and he's going to fight. He wants to fight, and so I don't know what the deal is. I mean, was it a waste of time for John Jones to go up in weight class and and relinquish his belt, I don't know. That right now he's walking around like 255, 260. I mean, the guy's beefed up. So this is gonna be one crazy summer. You guys better be ready.
And you know what would be a good fight too? If they put Derek Lewis and John Jones to fight, and then the winner gets the champion.
Well, yeah, I mean that's the thing, man. I mean, uh, I've been checking Jones out. It's not really about him. A lot of people are saying he's afraid and this and that. It's not about that. It's about getting paid. The guy wants to get paid. He's been in there with killers, all his career. They've been looking to take his head off. So I mean, it's nothing new. Uh, the guy went out, put tons of weight on, and muscle. He did it the right way, and now he wants to get paid. I don't blame him, man. He's up in his career. He has nothing to prove to anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's pound for pound the best in the world, man. Give the guy the money. Let's get this fight on. This is a mega fight.
Yeah. Well, let's start breaking this down because like I said, we got 13 fights.
Yeah.
And let's get into it real quick. So the first fight coming up is Impa Kasanyad versus Sasha Planokova. So Impa comes in at minus 265. Sasha comes in at plus 245. So I don't know. This is an interesting matchup because you got Impa for his last bout. He got knocked out with Jaquan Buckley with that roundhouse kick or whatever it was.
That's the knockout of 2021. Oh, I'm sorry, 2020.
2020.
Yeah, 2020. Yep. What a knockout, man. That'll follow him his whole career.
Yeah, definitely. And but I saw some tape on this. Impa is, he's a pretty strong guy, stands up on his feet, and took that blow too, because if you go back to that match when he got kicked, he wasn't like completely out cold. He was up after the match was over. It took him a couple of minutes. He was already sitting down on the chair.
Well, hey, let me tell you, son. I've seen that fight, and I've seen that knockout. He was out standing up. He was out. You could see his eyes roll back to the back of his head, and he just went right back. He was out. He was done. He was knocked out while he was standing up.
Yeah, of course he was knocked out, but for other fighters, that's probably a kick that they probably won't even come back from.
Yeah, true.
You know what I
mean, this Buckley hit it head. I mean, right on his right on the bridge of his nose, right then, just knocked him right out. Man, it was just like wow.
Yeah. So Impa comes in, as a striker, and Sasha comes in as a striker as well. Impa comes in at an 8-1 record with that one KO, by Buckley. Sasha comes in at a 6-2 record, and he's been knocked out twice. So it's pretty interesting. These guys are gonna pretty much bang it out on the feet.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Yep. And if you went back and you see that Mikey Patolo fight and Inca, they went at it all 3 rounds, and they were throwing bombs at each other. When he won that by decision. Sasha's last fight, he fought Louis Krosker, which it was crazy because Sasha was plus 465 in that match.
Wow.
He was an underdog. Everybody had Lewis to win, and Lewis was a minus 545, and it was an upset.
Yeah, I mean, that was whoever made money on that fight was super happy. I don't think that's gonna happen this time around though, because Impa's not. I mean, he's gonna want to put some respect on his name, come back from that nightmare of a knockout. So
yeah,
it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely. So and it's funny because like I said, these guys are not gonna go to the ground. These guys are just gonna stang and bang. They both don't have no submission wins or anything like that. But for this, I'm gonna go with Impa. Take this one.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. Impa's like I said before, man. He's gonna look to put some respect on his name and come back from that nightmare of a knockout, and let everybody know that, hey, I'm here to get some work. So I'm sticking with Impa.
Yeah, definitely. So the next match we got is Dao Un Young versus William Knight. Dao Un Young comes in at a minus 122. Knight comes in as a plus 122. So this is another interesting bout. I don't know how Knight had had a fight where was Menefield, and quickly COVID hit, and then he got another fight with somebody else.
Yeah, I
Sounds
found that.
weird.
Yeah, I found that to be real strange. How is it that he had that COVID fight and then they set him up for another fight right away?
Yeah,
Like after quarantine, they set him up.
yeah, I don't know. That was a weird thing. It's like I don't know. It looks like they meant to come up with an excuse not to have Menefield fight him.
Probably.
You know what I mean?
Maybe
And they just
maybe they're building Knight up slowly because and I mean, look right now on DraftKings, he's an underdog for plus 111. So um I would definitely I would put him off to the side because we're gonna get to the 4-pick parlay later on, but I would definitely put Knight on there. That's gonna be an upset right there because I don't with that Young. I mean, for me, I don't. I mean, he's got a slow start to him. I don't see. I went back and I saw that Avery fight, and it was just like you know it was just like everything was in slow motion. Like maybe I don't know. I was in cloud nine or something watching that fight, but I don't. I mean, I can't see him beating Williams.
yeah. Like I said, I saw some of the fights too. Young, he is a little bit slow. The only thing that if you look at his record, he's a 13-2, and Knight is 9-1. But Dang Un Young has 10 KO victories and 2 subs. Knight has 8 KOs and 0 subs. And Young has never been KO'd at all,
Mm.
but Knight has been KO'd once. As Undung Young's last fight, he fought Sam Alvey, and Sam Alvey is a counter striker.
Yeah,
So
he
he
sits
waits
back
for
and
you.
waits.
Yeah, he just waits for you, and waits and waits and waits for that opening to where he can get that shot in. And we got to talk a little bit more about him later because he is on the card. Um, but still, he fought him, then he fought Mike Rodriguez, and he beat Mike Rodriguez in the first round KO. Um, William Knight's last match was against Aleska Kumar, and that went to a decision.
Yeah.
The fight before that, he was contender series, and he won by KO. But you know what? This is gonna be a hard match. I'm gonna take. Who should I take in this one? Uh, I'm going with I'm going with Young. I'm gonna take Young.
Really?
Young. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Young. I think I'm
Wow.
gonna take Young.
Ay, ay, ay. Yes. Yo, let me tell you something, man. William Knight is nothing but a little powerhouse, man. Nothing but a little powerhouse. You wait and see how that guy is gonna, I mean, they're gonna stand like like you said before, stand and bang right there, and William Knight, he's just a powerhouse, man. I just see him not. I mean, taking out Young and probably I want to say towards the later part of round one, man. If he can get up, get up in range towards. I mean, this is not gonna go long. It's not gonna go long because it's not going to the ground. They're just gonna bang it right out. So I'm sticking with William and definitely put his name to the side because we're gonna come up with a 4-pick parlay later on that we're gonna start cashing in on.
Yeah. If you see on the side where we have the names, I'm putting colors in there pretty much, and green would be my pick, orange would be Lewis's pick, and the yellow would be a pick that we both agree on. So if you guys want
Awesome.
to check that out.
Beautiful.
Um, yeah,
Every week,
so
man, we're getting better.
Hey, like I said, wanna put those bets in, and like I said, if you're not in it, you never win it.
Guys, the ultimate goal is to cash in on a weekly basis. That's what we're looking to do.
Yep. End of the year, have a positive outcome. Any profit is good profit.
That's definitely correct.
All right. So the next match we're gonna go on is Lewis Saldana versus Jordan Griffin. Um, Saldana comes in at a minus 122. Griffin comes out at a plus 126. Um, Saldana is 14-6, and Griffin is 18-8. These guys have a lot of losses.
Yeah.
Saldana has 7 KOs, and Griffin got 5 KOs. Saldana has 7 subs, and Griffin got 9 subs. Both guys has been knocked out once. Both guys has been subbed twice. So this is gonna be a little interesting match. These guys are pretty much equals in both things. Luis Saldana last match was against Vince Murdoch, knocked him out in the 3rd round with punches, and that was in the Contender Series. Jordan Griffith last match was against Yusufur Zalal, which I remember that fight. That went the distance. That was a close fight. That was a very close fight that I know of, that I remember. The odds were close as well too, and they gave it to Yusufur on that one.
Yeah, both of these guys are real good.
Yeah, I don't know. From my pick on this one, I think I'm going with Griffin on this one.
Really?
I think so.
Wow, here's another one we disagree on. Awesome. I picked Lewis, man. Lewis got some sick leg kicks, man. This guy, he's got a good ground game. He's going to look to take Jordan's back and sub him right away, man. But Jordan's he's a crafty guy, man. He's gonna work the ring, the octagon, and he'll definitely work the takedown. He's a striker, so yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one. But I'm sticking with Lewis Saldana.
So all right, so your pick is Lewis. Oops, wrong color. And my pick would be Griffin. It's gonna be interesting. Let's see what we come up with over here. Next match is Jack Shore versus Hunter Azul. So this is an interesting match. Jack Shore comes in at a minus 165. Hunter Azul comes in at a plus 155. Both Shore pretty much is well-rounded. Azul comes as a striker and a wrestler. Shore is 13-0, has never lost. Azul is 9-1. Shore has 4 wins by KO, 8 by sub. Azul has 3 by KO, 1 by sub. And Azul has been killed once. Jack Shore's last fight were against Aaron Phillips. He subbed him in the 2nd round with a rear naked choke. The fight before that, he won by rear naked choke. The fight before that, he won by rear naked choke. So look for the rear naked choke, because that might be his go-to right there. Hunter Azul last fight he went against Cole Smith. He won that by decision, but he lost to Brian Kelleher by 2nd round KO. It's gonna be a very interesting fight. I think these guys are gonna pretty much bang it out. Maybe some ground game, but I think Shore is gonna take this one and put him to the ground and sub him.
Yeah, I definitely agree on this fight with you. But I don't know, man. Azul, he was on a bunch of podcasts out there that he's stating that he's gonna take Shore out in the 2nd round. So this is gonna be very interesting fight. But I agree with you. This is the one fight that I agree with you on. I'm going with Jack Shore.
Yeah, and Shore's last fight, he took his opponent out 3 times, and the fight before that, he took his opponent out 4 times. So
Wow.
he goes for that takedown.
Yeah.
But it's funny too because Hunter's last fight, he took his opponent down 5 times.
Wow.
So is he gonna go for the takedown on this one, or they gonna go to the ground?
He's
Because
gonna
it looks
have to if he stands and gets rocked, he's gonna go down. He's gonna work the takedown right away.
but I don't know.
Yep.
Sure should have this one. Definitely hits. That's a no-brainer for me. All right, so the next fight is your boy over here.
So we agree. Beautiful.
So the next fight is your boy.
Oh my God, I lost tons of cash on it.
Your boy over here. So
Yeah, my boy right here, Jorgen.
yeah, so you got Jorgen De Castro against Jahalis Danho. Jorgen De Castro comes in at a minus 295, and Danho comes in at a plus 266. This is two strikers. They're gonna go at it. Don Ho has a little bit of grappling skills involved.
Yeah.
These guys the Castro 6-2, 5 by KO, and has lost twice by decision. Don Ho has 5 by KOs, 1 by sub, and then he lost once by decision. So the Castro's last fight was against Carlo Felipe, and I guess that's the one that you lost money on, huh?
Yeah, man. I had him in a good parlay there, man. I pretty much had all my eggs in one basket with him, and I was like, oh my God, come on, I'm rooting for, rooting the whole fight. And I'm like, oh man, come on, and boom, the upset kicked in.
Yeah, so on this match, so Yogan's last 2 fights he's lost. So one was against Greg Hardy. Greg Hardy's a beast. So
yeah, yep.
That's this. And Carlos Felipe, they both went out and banged. Carlos Felipe is kind of crazy. He'll take shots and give shots right back.
But if you remember during that Greg Hardy fight, and that's the one thing good about De Castro, man. That guy's got some mean leg kicks. He tore Hardy's leg up. I mean, he tore it up. That's the only thing that Hardy couldn't get into range between. He was just constantly getting leg kicked, and if you saw his leg at the end of that fight, man, his leg was all chewed up. So look to that to be a factor in this fight too, man. This guy's gonna come out with those vicious leg kicks.
I definitely agree with you, but my pick for this, I'm gonna go with the Castro again. I think the Castro's gonna, I think he's gonna knock this guy out. If it's not early first, he's gonna be early second.
This is definitely going to be a good fight. Definitely going to be a good fight. I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. I'm definitely going to stick with the Castro on this one again. But man, I just really hope that he doesn't get caught out there. You know what I mean? And then, but we'll see. I'm definitely going to have him in my, definitely set up in one of my picks.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. So next match is gonna be John Makdessi versus Ignacio Bahamondes. Makdessi comes in at a plus 170, and Ignacio comes in at a minus 185. Makdessi's a striker. Both guys are strikers. Makdessi got black belt in Taekwondo. And some good stuff like that. Makdessi 17-7, and Ignacio is 11-3. Makdessi has 9 KOs, 0 subs, has lost twice by KO and 1 by sub. Ignacio has 8 wins by KO, 0 by sub, and has lost twice by sub. So it's gonna be a little bit interesting.
Yeah.
Makdessi's last match was against Francisco Trinaldi, and Francisco Trinaldi is an old man pretty much, but he's in shape.
Yeah.
But he lost that match.
Yeah, he was. Yep. He definitely wasn't. Trinaldo was the better man in that fight, man. I went back and saw that fight, and just John. I mean, he was moving around a lot, trying to stay out of range, and moving to the left a lot in that fight, and just he just the older guy just won that night, man. He just made it difficult, but I didn't see him staying busy at all.
It gets, like I said, it's nuts. But unfortunately, I don't trust John Medesi. I don't trust that guy at all.
Yeah.
As I just I can't put my money in him. So my money's gonna go on Ignacio on this one.
Yeah, I love, I really like Ignacio in this fight, man. The guy is like, he reminds me a lot of Wonder Boy. He just this guy throws kicks out of nowhere, man. And he's got a lot of knockouts, with a lot of kicks to the face, man. It's like, wow, he's pretty quick. But he's definitely, I'm definitely sticking with him, Ignacio.
Yeah. So another one we agree on, which is perfect. Then you got Scott Holzman against Matuza Gomer.
Yeah, this is the Gamrot.
Gamrot.
Mateo Gamrot.
Mateo Gamrot. Holtzman comes in at a plus 210. Gamrot comes in at a minus 230. Guys, both these guys are striker. Holtzman has some grappling in him. Gamrot has some wrestling in there. Holtzman is 14-4. Well, Gamrot is 17-1. Holtzman has 5 KO wins, 2 sub wins, and he lost by KO. Gamrot 5 KO wins, 4 wins by sub, and has never been subbed or KO'd. Scott Holtzman's last match against Darush, man, that was a knockout. Spinning fist or whatever he did and put him on his butt real quick. But it's interesting because before that he fought Jim Miller. And Jim Miller is not an easy guy to win against. And they went to a decision. There's a ground specialist right there.
Yeah, yep. High level jiu-jitsu, man.
Yep. So Gamrot last fought, which he lost, but I'm going with Gamrot on this one.
Yeah, let's go back to that Gamrot fight, that his last one. It was against Hanshat Samaya's teammate. And I went back and I saw that fight. I don't know if it was at Fight Island or at the Apex, but whatchamacallit, what's the guy's name? Gumran? Gumran. He didn't win that fight. There was no way he won that fight, man. They gave him that fight. So in my eyes, Matthews Gamrot is going to look to come back stronger than that and take it out of the judge's hands. Scott Holtzman's a strong guy, man, striker, man. He's definitely, he cuts a lot of weight though. So is he going to be able to, is he going to be able to hold up and go deep in the rounds? Let's see what happens. But I'm sticking with Gamrot on this one.
Yeah, definitely, I agree with that one. So this one's going to be pretty interesting. Jim Miller versus Joseph Selecki. Now we already know Jim Miller is a plus 210. Selecki is a minus 230. Jim Miller is well-rounded. He has some power in his hand, but the jiu-jitsu game is next world, you know what I mean? And Selecki is a grappler too. Miller 32 wins, 15 losses. Selecki's 10 wins, 2 losses. Miller got 4 wins by KO and 18 by sub. He's been killed twice and has lost 3 times by sub. Selecki has 1 win by KO, 7 by subs, and has lost once by KO. So this is an interesting fight. And I don't know which way you're gonna go, but I have a feeling that Jim Miller might, I don't know. I'm thinking that he might toss something out there and might just take this guy out.
Oh man. Oh yeah. Hey, let me tell you, man, Joe Selecki's no slouch, man. That guy, he will look to take you back. He'll. This is going to be a high level fight. First of all, definitely a high level fight. There's not going to be no Phoebe's thrown at anybody's way during this fight. This fight would definitely be decided on the ground. So, um, you know, to me, I just see Joe taking Jim Miller's back, or I can see Jim Miller taking Joe down into deep waters too later on and towards the end, towards I'd say the second or third round, because this is going to be it's going to be either a sub fight or a decision fight, but it's definitely there's not going to be any knockouts in this fight. But like I said, if Jim walks him into deep waters towards the end of the second and third round, right around there, then he's got a good shot at it. But this guy Joe he's young and he's just tons of energy, man. This is going to be a high level fight. I'm sticking with Joe.
Yeah, but what did for me for Jim Miller is that Joe, I don't know how you seen it, but Joe selected his last fight is Austin Hubbard. I didn't really see nothing good there. He got his back, and he didn't sink in the rear naked choke. He put it on his jaw, pretty much, and Austin Hubbard gave up. I mean, he could have broke his jaw definitely, but your fight, Austin Hubbard is not a ground specialist at all.
Yeah.
You're fighting somebody that has 18 wins by subs, and a veteran in the sport.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, so. So we'll go in two different directions here. I'm gonna go with the veteran, and with this one. So, next match is gonna be very interesting.
Definitely.
Mike Perry against Daniel Rodriguez. Mike Perry comes out as a plus 134. Rodriguez comes out at a minus 125. Everybody knows Mike Perry, that he never has a corner. His girlfriend is his corner and stuff like that. I don't know if he changed that for this match, but these both guys are going to be strikers. Perry's 14-7. Rodriguez is 13-2. Perry has 11 wins by KO, 0 subs, and has lost 1 by KO, 1 by sub. Rodriguez 7 KOs. And 4 wins by sub, and has never been knocked out or sub. Mike Perry's last match against Tim Means, went all 3 rounds, lost that match. He fought Mickey Gall, which I don't know. Mickey Gall ain't nobody, pretty much. Good ground guy. That's it. Fought Joff Neal, lost. Vincent Luque, lost. You know what I mean? This guy has Darren Cerrone, lost. He beat Alice Alvarado. Daniel Rodriguez last match was Nico Dalby. He lost by decision. After that, the White Grant, he won by KO. And Gabriel Green, he won by decision. Honestly, I think if Mike Perry doesn't win this one, they could be thinking about they got to do something with him, because the way he acts with bringing no corner in or nothing like that. Come on,
that's not professional, man. You got to have a corner. You got to have a corner. This is like I said before, this is a professional, fighters. You got to have a corner. Yeah, we know you know how to fight. I understand you know how to fight, but you know what? You need a corner, man. It looks very bad on you to go in there, not spend the money, and just not have a game plan. You got to have a game plan instead of just standing in front of your opponent and just, obviously throw punches. You got to come up with a game plan with a team behind you. And, that in my eyes, like you said, it's just, if he loses this one, they're definitely gonna have to go to the drawing board there and figure out what they're gonna do with him. But I mean, he's an exciting fighter, man. Don't get me wrong. He's very exciting to watch, man. He goes for the knockout in every fight. There's no doubt about it. But without a corner, it's dangerous to be out there all by yourself. Especially with your girlfriend standing there.
Yep. So like I said, I don't even know if his girlfriend's gonna be there now, because like I said, they just had a baby.
Yeah.
So
maybe he'll just a cut guy.
Yeah.
The cut guy's gonna be in his corner taking care of his cuts and saying, "Hey, man, you gotta
Needs to get in there.
you
But
gotta bob and weave a little bit."
my initial pick is gonna be Daniel Rodriguez on this one.
Yeah, I see Danny taking this. Um, you know, I see him taking it all the way. I mean, the guy's a good striker. He's gonna want to come back and avenge that loss that he had, and just show everybody that he's back on track. I mean, he's a big dude. He's not. He's not gonna waste any time on this one. So I'm sticking with Danny.
Yeah, definitely. So the next match we got here is Nina Nunes against Mackenzie Dern. Nina Nunes.
Yeah, did you see that they changed their name?
Yeah.
They changed it around.
Unless she got married this week or something like that.
No, they were married already.
Yeah, but I don't know why they left her as her regular name.
It's just
Or
crazy.
maybe Nunes be like, yo, you better change that name.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Nina comes in at a minus 129 and Mackenzie Dern comes at a plus 122. Nina Nunes comes in, she's a striker against a BJJ Grappler and Dern's. Nunes is also a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Nunes comes in at a 10-6 record, 4 KO wins, 2 sub wins. She lost 1 time by sub. Mackenzie Dern has 10-1, and she has 6 by subs, 0 by KO. This is interesting that Mackenzie Dern is the underdog. Mackenzie Dern last fight, she fought against Penia Javirova, which is a pretty good ground Brazilian girl. And then she fought around the Marcos, Hannah Cyphers. So she's in a 3-fight win streak. Nina just had a baby. So, would that take a toll on her? I'm not sure. But her last fight was against Tatiana Suarez, and that was in June 7th, 2019. So that was almost 2 years ago.
One of the things that comes in, I mean, and just, thinking outside the box, I mean, Nina just had a baby. I mean, who knows if she's, breastfeeding the baby and like, you know what I mean? That you get a kick to the chest or something like that. I mean, you think of a bunch of different things. She just like I said, she just had a baby, and it's kind of difficult to kind of, come back after just having a baby and get in the ring, and the octagon and fight a Mackenzie Dern. I mean, Mackenzie Dern's got a sick ground game. I mean, she gets you on the ground, forget it. I mean, she'll definitely find a way to submit you right away. But I'm just taking that into consideration about Nina, but we'll see. I mean, in this fight right here, I definitely see Mackenzie Dern overpowering Nina.
Yeah, I see the same thing. I think they're gonna go to the ground, but she's strong. She's a strong girl.
Yeah.
So I don't know if her strength is gonna play a big factor in this, but Mackenzie's slick on the ground. And it's crazy because these are 2 mothers, because Mackenzie got a baby too, but her baby's a little bit older.
Yeah, but her daughter, yeah, she's been through that.
Yep. So she fought already once, and when she had a daughter already, or maybe twice, maybe. But yeah, I'm going with Mackenzie Dern on this one. She's gonna be the underdog. You guys put your bets in on her. It's good underdog money right there.
Yeah, I mean, right now she's currently, she's plus 110 right now in DraftKings, and that's on a Friday night. I definitely would put her off to the side with William Knight as a 4, as we get down later on to the 4-pick parlay.
Yeah. So next fight we got here was this smiling Sam Alvey versus Julian Marquez. Alvey comes in at plus 161. Marquez comes out at minus 160. Both guys are strikers. Alvey has a blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Alvey is the veteran here with 33 wins, 14 losses. He has 19 wins by KO, 3 wins by sub, and has lost 3 times by KO and 1 by sub. Everything else is decision. Marquez, he has 6 wins by KO, 2 by subs. Sam's last fight was against Dong Hun Jung, which is on the card as well, and that
Yep.
went to a draw. Before that, he fought Ryan Spann, right, and he lost to Ryan Spann. Before that, he lost as well. Before that, he well, damn. So in the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the last 5 fights, he is 0, 4, and 1.
Hmm.
So
It might be time to say goodbye too, since
yeah, well, I think Sam Alvey is a gatekeeper here. They just keep him around just to fight people. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but I mean, his time might come to an end right now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, Sam Alvey is a counterpuncher. It's a very slow pace,
Yeah,
and he waits for you to throw those shots so he can grab you and knock you out.
yeah. And think about it. Who goes to an MMA bout to see a slow fighter counterpunch?
Yeah,
Nobody. You want to see a vicious knockout, man. They're paying for knockouts. And
19
you know what?
wins.
Yeah, but you know what? Julian Marquez, the Cuban Missile Crisis, he's gonna bring that. He's gonna bring some good striking right there. He's gonna look to knock Alvey out. He's not gonna hold back.
Like I said, I agree with you because I'm gonna go Marquez.
Yeah,
But if Marquez doesn't play his cards right, he could get hit with a counter and it could be
yeah.
it
Well,
could be
I
lights
mean,
out.
definitely, yeah. That's understandable. But yeah, I don't see. I can't see Sam Alvey beating Julian Marquez. There's no way. I can't see that happening. As a matter of fact, I'm looking for Julian to finish this in the second round.
Now let's see. Maybe
I'm looking.
maybe
I'm looking for him to finish it in the second round, and I'm looking for him to call Miley Cyrus out again.
yeah, maybe should be in his corner.
Yeah, maybe she'll show up.
So
This is not. Where's it going to be at in Jacksonville, Florida? This
no,
fight
this one is I think it's back. It's still in Las Vegas. I think.
at the Apex.
Yeah, I think this is in the Apex. Yeah, it is. It is. Yep,
Okay.
Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah. So let's go to the next match. We got co-main event. Arnold Allen versus Sadiq Yusufur. Allen plus 130, Yusufur minus 132. Both of these guys, strikers. Allen got a wrestling background. Allen 16-1, Yusufur 11-1. Allen has 5 wins by KO, 4 by sub. Never been KO'd or sub in losses. Yusufur is 11-1. He has 6 wins by KO, 0 subs, and has been KO'd once. Allen's last match was against Nick Lentz. That went to a decision. Gabriel Melendez after that went to decision. So it's gonna be interesting. He last fought in January 2020, so a whole year that he fought. Yusufur's last fight was against Andre Fili. That was also in January. So these guys have been out for almost a year. So on this one, I don't know what you think you're gonna pick on this one.
And this one, I mean, Sadiq Yusuf, man, that guy is like a little powerhouse, man. He's definitely big for that weight class. He's definitely got some good striking. It takes him a while to get off though, but he's definitely in that fight right there, Arnold Allen. I mean, he's definitely a good striker too. I just don't see him being able to bring it to Yusuf. Man, this is a tough one, but I'm sticking with Yusuf. I'm definitely sticking with Yusuf. He's a little powerhouse.
Yeah, I'm going with the same person. I'm gonna go with Yusuf as well. I think he just has a little bit more in the tank and a little bit more power
Yeah.
to take this guy out. But yeah, definitely Yusuf on this one. So now we go to the main event, which is Melvin Vettori against Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland comes in at a short notice match because Darren Till got hurt and he had to pull out. Vettori comes in at minus 295. Holland comes in at a plus 305. It's always well-rounded, Italian guy, brown belt and BJJ, big mouth over here, Holland. His last performance was he just talked too much through that whole fight.
Mm.
It's just it wasn't even, I don't know. He pretty much screwed up on that fight. So instead of talk, he talked more than he fought.
Yeah.
Vatari is 16. Vatari 16-4. Holland's 21-6. Vatari got 2 wins by KO, 9 by subs. Holland got 12 by KOs, 5 by subs. Holland's never been KO'd. Vatari's never been KO'd, but Holland's been subbed twice. Vatari's last match was against Jack Hermanson, which is a pretty good fighter. Before that, Carl Robinson. Before that, Andrew Sanchez. So he's on pretty much a 4-fight win streak. Kevin Holland just fought Derek Brunson, and he lost in that one. But then he has Ronaldo Souza, which was a great knockout. This is gonna be a very interesting match. If Holland comes out like he came out with Brunson, he's gonna lose this match.
Yeah, I think he played around too much with Brunson. There's just like two guys at the gym. They're just working out on some things. There, it's just he came out all wrong. He's gonna look to set the record straight. This, I can't see Holland coming with the same attitude and same. This is not the Holland that's going to show up. The Holland is going to show up. He's going to get in there, and the guy who knocked out Jacare off his back, type of thing. Knocked out Buckley. That Holland has got to show up again, and I believe that that's the Holland that's going to show up. So even though Marvin is, he's definitely a good striker, and just the bigger fighter in this fight. But Kevin's going to bring the noise on this one, and it's not going to be by him running his mouth. He's going to definitely throw some power punches there and knock the guy out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go with Marvin on this one.
Okay.
I just think that I don't know. Kevin plays around too much.
I don't think we're gonna see that. I got a feeling I don't think we're gonna see that.
In the weigh-ins, he looked serious, but Marvin Vatari is a crazy dude too. Like he's a strong guy. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Marvin. So,
okay,
we can go Holland. All right, so I guess you can give your little 4 pick parlay.
Well, like I always say, it's all about the money right now. And for me, definitely Holland's is number 1 on my list. We definitely got to put him in there. Right now, he's currently at he is definitely at a plus 260 right now. He's 260. And, listen, you can't, come on, you can't count out William Knight. Are you serious? At a plus 111? You can't count him out. That guy's a powerhouse, man. And you know what? Mackenzie Dern, come on. If this fight goes to the ground, are you serious? I gotta have her, man. She's gotta be on my 4-pick parlay. There's no way I can't close my eyes. And then Griffin, he's a crafty fighter. To me, Luis in the early rounds could probably rock him and get him, but you got to watch Griffin, man. He's definitely. I saw a couple of his last fights and everything, man. He's a crafty fighter, man. Be on the lookout for him to pull this one out. I know I picked Lewis, but I'm definitely gonna have this is totally separate for the 4-pick parlay, the underdogs. So definitely put Griffin in there, and that'll do it. Holland, Knight, Dern, and Griffin.
Yeah, good. So I'll throw a little 4-pick parlay your way too. I'll go with Mackenzie Dern. I'll go with Jim Miller.
Okay.
I'll go with Jordan Griffin and another underdog. It's gonna be interesting. I'm gonna go with. Unfortunately, I know I picked the other way. I'll take a little stab at Mike Perry.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, I mean, listen, Daniel, Rodriguez last fight, he didn't look too good. I mean, in the beginning he did, but as the later rounds came, he just he fell short, man. So, and who's to say, Mike Perry, somebody probably told him, hey, you ain't got no corner, and you know, you don't bring it this time, forget it. You're on your way out. So we might see a desperate Mike Perry.
yeah, definitely. So that wraps up UFC ABC 2. Thank you for listening, and be sure to drop a like and a comment below. You can find my DraftKings core and chat on Fantasy Sport inside the core channel. You also can find us on Twitter at FSI_DFS. Let's enjoy the fights and let's make some money.
Let's make
Also, you
some
gotta
money.
remember these fights are early. These fights are early.
Oh,
So
that's
uh
right. I think it starts at 12 o'clock. The
yeah,
first
12 o'clock. DraftKings locks in at 11:30. FanDuel locks in at 12. If you're gonna play fantasy. So be on the lookout for that. But like we always say, try to get that money. Um, drop those likes, drop those comments. If by any chance we made you some money, post them right there in the comments and let's see how we did. You
Yeah,
know,
hit us up on Twitter. Our handles are right there. Hit us up on Twitter. Let us know how you made out. And hey, at the end of the day, man, we're all about making the money.
exactly. So you know what? So have you guys a good night, and we'll see you guys tomorrow at the fights. Later.
Later.